When I first landed in Canada, I had one goal: to make something of myself. I left Nigeria with nothing but a suitcase and dreams of a better future. I was prepared to hustle, save money, and build a stable life. And for a while, everything went according to plan. I started out working 2 jobs, one at a warehouse during the day and another at a grocery store at night. The work was hard, but I had this fire inside me that kept me going. I lived frugally, shared an apartment with 2 other guys, and saved every dollar I could. In my head, I was building an empire, starting small but thinking big. I told myself that once I got stable, I would finally live comfortably. After 2 years of grinding, things started looking up. I landed a better job in tech and got promoted within 6 months. Suddenly, my salary doubled. I was making more money than I ever thought possible when I was back in Nigeria. And that's when the real trap began. I figured since I was making more, I could start enjoying life a little. My first treat to myself was a brand new car. Not just any car, a luxury one, because I deserved it after all my hard work, right? Next came a nicer apartment in downtown Toronto with a view of the city. It was beautiful but expensive. I figured I could afford it. I started eating out more, buying the latest gadgets, and treating myself to weekend trips to Montreal and Vancouver. Life was good, or so I thought. But then, a strange thing started happening. Despite making more money, I wasn't saving any more than I did when I was working those 2 minimum wage jobs. In fact, I was saving less. My bank account didn't reflect the success I felt. It was a slow realization, but eventually, I had to face the hard truth. I had fallen into the trap of lifestyle inflation. The moment I knew I was in trouble one day, my company announced some major layoffs. And even though I wasn't directly affected, it hit me that if I lost my job, I wouldn't be able to maintain this lifestyle for even a month. Despite the raises and promotions, I had nothing substantial to fall back on. All that hard work, and I was one paycheck away from trouble. It terrified me. That was my wake-up call. I had gotten comfortable with spending money simply because I was earning more, but I wasn't thinking about my future. I wasn't thinking about how unstable life can be, especially as an immigrant who doesn't have a safety net in this foreign country. The turnaround, I knew I had to make a change. The first thing I did was downgrade my lifestyle. I traded in my luxury car for a more affordable one and moved out of my expensive downtown apartment. I cut down on unnecessary spending, no more eating out every day, no more weekend getaways unless they were budgeted for. I started tracking every expense, and most importantly, I refocused on saving and investing. I began reading about personal finance and realized how crucial it is to live below your means, not at your means, no matter how much you make. I invested in stocks, opened a retirement savings plan, and even started saving for a down payment on a home. The lesson. The biggest lesson I learned through this journey is that earning more doesn't automatically mean financial security. If you're not careful, lifestyle inflation can creep up on you, and you'll find yourself in a cycle where you're always living paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much your income grows. As immigrants, many of us come to new countries hoping for better opportunities. But with those opportunities come new pressures to fit in or live a certain lifestyle. It's important to remember where we came from and stay grounded in our financial goals. Now, I'm in a much better place, financially and mentally. I still enjoy life, but I do so within my means. I've learned that true success isn't just about earning more. It's about keeping more of what you earn and securing your future. So if you're an immigrant or just someone trying to build wealth, my advice to you is this: avoid the trap of lifestyle inflation. The more you make, the more you should save and invest, not spend. Your future self will thank you for it. Has anyone else gone through this? What did you do to manage lifestyle inflation? Let's talk.